Well, I don't know if he meant it, but it's better to see you from upstairs. And I don't want to ask you if you see me because I don't have any doubt about it. But I can imagine that you can even hear me. So, first of all, good evening. Good evening for making it. You know that you are going to know better in less than an hour why did you come. You are going to be shared with secrets of the future, of strategy. And I would like to share with you few secrets of the past. Indeed, you saw a movie, and the black and white parts of this movie take you to 1918 to one Scopus in Jerusalem. You are not going to see it again. It's too late. But in 1918, the cornerstones for the state of Israel were laid in Mount Scopus. 14 were the cornerstones. State was not allowed at that time. However, the beginning of the state, the root of the state, the foundation of the state of Israel was laid in this ceremony. It was the beginning of the state by having a university. How many countries start with universities? Usually, it is the state that makes the university. In our case, as the President of the state said, the university created the state. Now the secret. What is the secret of the success of the state of Israel? If you haven't read the book, The Startup Nation, read it. The startup of the startup is the Hebrew University. Everything begins there in Mount Scopus. The idea, the vision, the mission, the will to create state out of knowledge, not out of politics, not through the necessity of army, but on the basis of knowledge. Who made it? The Jewish people. The Jewish Congress, the Zionist Congress decided that they are going to make a university, and this university made the state. It is not only about science. I'm going to talk about science in a second, but it is in serving the Jewish people for more than 80 years. The Hebrew University is of service. It is a university that serves. How? First, but making other universities. We have 3 bright legal daughters. One named Tel Aviv University, one named Beersheba University, one named Haifa University. We are proud of giving birth to these 3 universities out of the service of the university to secure the future of the state of Israel. How is it run on a day-to-day basis? I served in the Knesset. Not once, but many times I was looking around. I was looking around when I was taking the oath, the vows that I become a member of the Knesset. And up in the gallery sat the Supreme Court. Supreme Court consists of 15 justices. Out of the 15, 13 are professors and alumni of the Hebrew University. That's a service. Around me were 119 members of the Knesset. Out of them, more than 75 studied at the Hebrew University. What's the meaning of service? That's the meaning of service. In the last summer, there were demonstrations of youngsters in Israel. They fought for justice. The one who ran the constructive part of the demonstration was students' organization. Who is the head of the Israeli Union of Student Organization? a student of the Hebrew University. Then it comes to the day-to-day life of Jerusalem. I don't want to sound hubristic. However, you may keep in mind that the larger salary payer in Jerusalem is not the government, is not the municipality, is the Hebrew University. It is a community of 40,000 members, 23,000 students, professors, part-time professors, others who serve in administration, part-time administration. This is the community of the Hebrew University. 40,000 members. All departments of studies except for civil engineering. That's we live for the Technion. Everything. The only faculty of agriculture. Everything is at service in Israel by one primary institution. But you may say that that's history. What about nowadays? So here are some figures about nowadays. The Hebrew University carries on its shoulders 1/3 of all Israeli research. All Israeli research, medicine, chemistry, brain, agriculture, humanities, social studies, at service of the Israeli society. 1/3. Every year, professors of the Hebrew University in competitive grants bring home at least $150 million by their own hands. Competitive grants. Number 1 in Europe is Cambridge. Number 3 in Europe is Oxford in these competitive grants. Number 2 in Europe is the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. You can hardly find an institute that has 7 Nobel laureates within a decade. I also take the Fields Medal because Nobel's spouse ran away with a mathematician, so you do not have prize for mathematics in Nobel, but the Fields Medal represents the highest level of mathematics, and it's also a member of our faculty. We educate the future leaders of Israel not only by teaching them. Take, for example, Shasha Institute, that has been chaired by Efraim Halevi. This institute creates the basis understanding of legal system by having a conference, and if I'm not mistaken, the number of audience was double the number that sits here in this evening in this hall. It was in one hall and in television, in another hall, and nowadays you can read the publication in English, open to everybody. You create the understanding of the future by having the foothold of science and at the same time putting the layers one after the other, enabling the state to continue, enabling the well-being of the Knesset, of the legal system, of economy, of social sciences, of anything that has to do with science. We are not the only institute. Israel is very strong, but it's important to be the leading institute. It's important to be sharing with the mission and with the responsibility. I would like to say a few words to you. You are not here by chance. You came in purpose. You came because you are going to hear about strategy, but you hear already about the university. And who doesn't want to take part in the future of the city of Jerusalem? There is no future to the city of Jerusalem if the Hebrew University does not carry with the missions that it carries day to day in Jerusalem. Who doesn't want to be involved in the well-being of the state of Israel? I already explained why the well-being of the state of Israel is connected with this special university, has been connected and will be connected for many years. And I don't have any doubt. Every individual wants to excel. Everyone wants to succeed. Everyone wants to achieve. Everyone wants to be the next Nobel laureate. But as a community of scholars, the university brings the message of serving the society, of bringing the solutions to a society that needs to be supreme, excellent, if I may even say super excellent, in the region. We don't have any choice. And this future is in our hands, and we feel responsible for that. Many of you know Hebrew. So you ask, what is the meaning of the emblem of the Hebrew University? So it starts with Aleph, the very beginning of everything. And then it has got Ivrit, Hebrew. That's the Ayin. But above all, you have the light of knowledge. Everybody shares with. Everybody enjoys with. And that is the reason that you came along this evening in order to go out from this session and take part in the future activities of the State of Israel through this superb tool that secure the future of all of us. Thank you very much.